AEM 21-713C and 21-713P air intake systems are engineered to add horsepower and reduce restriction compared to OEM air intakes and comes with a limited lifetime warranty. AEM intakes utilize a reusable Dryflow air filter. These oil-free filters are durable and very easy to clean. AEM 21-713C and 21-713P air intakes fit 2013 Nissan Altima with a 2.5-liter engine. See the AEM catalog or AEM intakes for a complete model list and details. These air intake systems are not legal for highway use in California or other states adopting California emission standards. Check AEMintakes.com for up-to-date information on emissions legality for specific parts on specific vehicles. Here's a comparison of the car's sound on the dyno with the stock OEM system versus AEM's air intake. AEM air intakes come with detailed instructions with pictures and diagrams. AEM intakes are engineered for specific vehicles to produce a safe horsepower increase. Preparing the vehicle. Make sure the vehicle is parked on a level surface. Set the parking brake. If the engine has run in the past 2 hours, let it cool down. Disconnect the negative battery terminal. Do not discard stock components after removal of the factory system. Removal of the stock system. Remove the 3 Allen head bolts that secure the engine cover in place. Lift up on the bottom of the engine cover and remove it from the vehicle. Remove the spring clamp securing the PCV hose to the stock intake tube. Then remove the hose from the vent. Unplug the MAF sensor connector. Remove the M6 bolt from the lower airbox. Loosen the hose clamp on the inlet tube to the airbox. Lift up on the bottom of the airbox to disengage, but do not remove from the engine bay. Remove the transmission vent hose clip from the air filter canister base by squeezing the tabs on the zip tie base and pulling up. Remove airbox from the vehicle. Loosen the hose clamp on the inlet tube to the throttle body and remove the hose. Remove the MAF sensor from the airbox. Installation of the AEM intake system. When installing the intake system, do not completely tighten the hose clamps or mounting hardware until instructed to do so. Install the MAF sensor into the intake tube using the OEM screws. Install the coupler and hose clamp onto the throttle body and tighten the hose clamp. Set the hose clamp on the throttle body coupler and keep loose. Place the adapter onto the factory rubber grommet. Slide the bolt and washer through the rubber grommet and use the M6 nut to keep the assembly together. Once properly assembled, tighten the nuts and bolts to secure the adapter assembly. Install the rubber mount onto the bolt. Use the zip tie to attach the transmission vent tube to the coolant line. Mount the AEM air filter onto the intake tube using the hose clamp. Then tighten the hose clamp. Install the intake pipe into the throttle body coupler and align the bracket in place on the rubber mount. Insert the nipple into the hose and use the 2 hose clamps on the hose. Tighten the hose clamp on the nipple. Install the hose onto the intake tube and insert the nipple into the OEM vent hose. Secure the vent hose on the nipple with the OEM clamp. Tighten the vent hose and hose clamp to the intake tube. Now, tighten the M6 nut on the intake tube bracket. Plug in the MAF sensor. Make sure all the hose clamps and fasteners are tight, then install the engine cover. Reassemble the vehicle. Position the inlet pipes for the best fitment. Be sure that the pipes or any other components do not contact any part of the vehicle. Tighten the rubber mount, all bolts, and hose clamps. Check for proper hood clearance. Readjust pipes if necessary and retighten them. Inspect the engine bay for any loose tools and check that all fasteners that were removed are properly tightened. Reconnect the negative battery terminal and start the engine. Let the vehicle idle for 3 minutes. Perform a final inspection before driving the vehicle. It will be necessary to check AEM air intakes periodically for realignment, clearance, and tightening of all connections. Failure to follow the above instructions or proper maintenance may void warranty. Go to aemintakes.com to find products, download installation instructions, view dyno chart showing estimated horsepower gains, and for other product details.